Welcome into Fox Carolina Tailgate, joined by Patrick Sapp, our man Corey, with the family this week. So we're going to fly solo without him. It'll be a little less contentious.
He's down enjoying Alabama with his son, so
yeah.
I think it's a good cause. He's spending some time with family, but I'm going to miss my sparring partner today.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, we'll get it done.
Yeah, we'll throw some elbows. There you go. Yeah. I did want to start off talking a little bit about that South Carolina game. They're obviously on the bye this week, so they have the opportunity to kind of recoup, and I think they kind of need to. They've got some injuries. They've been depleted a bit, but that loss at Tennessee, night game, all the eyeballs, there was a lot of excitement for that one, and a lot of animosity that's been created between these two programs, whether real or not, that is built up because of last year's big win.
Yeah, I think it's real. I mean, you think about it. Those guys are going head-to-head in recruiting right now. You know, with the Maceo Bennett kid decommitting from Tennessee and committing to South Carolina. South Carolina going up there, you know, winning last year at home. And so you go up there, you have opportunity, South Carolina, to play against a good Tennessee team that you embarrassed last year. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
They embarrassed Tennessee. I mean, they put a halt to their season. And so Tennessee's looking for revenge. South Carolina's looking at the opportunity to get a chance to win a night game in a great environment and just did not get it done. You mentioned the injuries. I mean, up front they're devastated with injuries. Like a lot of teams face those things, but when you are a program that's on the rise that you're trying to fill those rooms with talent and you haven't quite hit it yet, injuries cost your team a whole lot. And so that's what I think you're seeing with South Carolina right now.
It was just they had those opportunities, and this was a big thing for Shane Beamer, you know, after the game and his players as well. They had so many opportunities for a game that really ended up feeling like Tennessee's football game, hand in hand.
Right.
They had so many opportunities to really turn this tide, and that's the thing I keep seeing from South Carolina. They have these opportunities, and I don't know, are they not talented enough to seize them? Are they not used to being? We talked about Georgia. Good teams know how to win. Good teams expect to win.
Find a way.
Are they just not there yet? What are we seeing that they aren't capitalizing on those opportunities?
I mean, when you look at their roster, you look at the team, and you're right. What a great opportunity to go up there and beat Tennessee 2 years in a row, but also in their environment, right? And you see the opportunity, you mention those things, right? Time to make plays, just don't make them. But they do make some plays when it's not as important in the game. And I say it's talent. They're lack of. I think they do have talent on that team, so I don't want to talk about all the kids and say they don't have it.
Right.
It's just they don't have enough.
They're on that climb. They're on that climb that you mentioned. They're in the process of recruiting and building, and that takes time, and they just don't have the depth in all of those positions talent-wise just yet.
Yeah, and when you do it the right way, it's a slow climb. But when you get there, you stay there a long time. I think that's the difference you see. It's not a one championship here or one championship there. You stay in that conversation for a long time when you build it in the right way.
When I talked to Shane Beamer before this season, I asked him what would be a successful season, because we've talked about it time and time again, this incredibly difficult schedule, and it's only getting tougher as you see some of the SEC teams play throughout the season against each other in some of those head-to-head matchups. And he said it would be maximizing their opportunities. And so in talking to him after this game, he looked so – it's just time and time again, after the Georgia game, after the Tennessee game, you can see that he's just running through his head of these missed opportunities. I want to give you a chance to see Shane Beamer after this post-game press conference at Tennessee.
They made plays, you know. We're going to look back at this thing, and there were a lot of missed opportunities from our standpoint, you know, third downs and fourth downs that we get and convert. When you go 2 of 14 on third down and you go 2 of 5 on fourth down conversions, you make it tough on yourself. You know, we sit there and you know, we have a third down. Just kind of the way the night went, fellas.
I can tell you what, I can cut straight through that. I mean, that's a coach that's frustrated and trying to find out and figure out what's going on with his team.
Yeah.
You know, 2 for 14 on third down. I don't care what division or conference you're in, you're not going to win the game offensively 2 for 14 on third down. going forward on fourth down, you look at that as a defense. You're playing against a defense offensively. That probably should be at 50%, right? But 2 or 5 there. So
And those were like 4th and 1s. Those were, I mean, it
Yeah.
was some close stuff that, you know, that in your mind you think of as just gimme yards. That if you can't
not.
get 1 yard, and I know it's not, especially not against a team with the size and the experience of a Tennessee,
Right.
but like, oh, God, you know.
I can tell you as a defensive player and offense, but defensive player, it's almost an insult when a team goes for it on fourth down. I mean, it really pisses you off.
Yeah.
That they actually think that they're about to get a first down and they're going for it on fourth down. So it just brings that tension up. But also, I've been on defense where I've given up a first down on fourth down, and it kind of depletes you. So that play is so important. I don't think fans can really understand how big fourth down plays are. That's why you see coaches really don't take the chances on fourth down because they understand it's a momentum changer.
Yeah.
And you see some coaches that, hey, it's, you know, we have an opportunity. I believe in my offensive line, my running back, my quarterback. Let's go for it.
I do want to ask you one last question about the bye week now. They're going into this bye week. We talk about all of that and that look on Shane Beamer's face. I don't think they're having putting their feet up on the bye week this week. But what's happening in that? What do you expect to see? What do you want to see from a team like South Carolina coming out of this bye week when they host Florida the week after?
Whew. Well, Florida's a team right now that's limping. You know, they're not playing good football. I think Billy Napier is somewhat on the hot seat down there. Invested a lot of money into him. But you want to get in this offseason and you just want to heal.
Bye week.
In this bye week. In this bye week. You want to heal. You want to get guys back. But you also want to regroup. You want to refresh your guys. So it's important to take some time off. It's an important time to really get back to the basics of things because you game plan so much when you're playing an opponent during the week that you kind of miss your fundamental time with your players. And so I think you'll see them reset there. I think they will evaluate what they're doing on offense, what they're doing on defense, who could they implement, the players that may not be playing right now. They're going to go in a self-evaluation mode, really, at this point. That's going to be critical.
It's a good spot for them to have this bye week, that's for sure. Well, coming back after the break, we will talk a little bit about that big Clemson matchup this weekend at Death Valley. But first, we'll toss it over to Chief Meteorologist Kendra Kent for a look at this weekend's weather.
Beautiful.